Opinion: Kashmir's tourism surge exposing the myth of decline, celebrating a thriving revival. A recent article published in The Wire, titled Discrepancies, Data, and the Myth of Kashmir's Tourism Boost and RTI raises more questions, appears to cast doubt on the substantial progress made in Kashmir's tourism sector. While raising certain concerns, the piece seems to offer a limited interpretation of the broader developments underway. By focusing on selective data points and isolated statistics, the article may unintentionally overlook the more comprehensive picture that recent trends and figures reflect. Contrary to suggestions of stagnation or decline, the tourism landscape in Kashmir has undergone a significant revival through 2024 and into 2025. As per official data released by the Jammu and Kashmir Tourism Department, over 23 million tourists visited the region in 2024 alone, one of the highest figures recorded in recent decades. This resurgence has not been incidental but has followed concerted efforts toward regional stabilization, infrastructural enhancement, and strategic promotion of Kashmir's cultural and natural allure. These observations are further substantiated by 7 years of sustained ethnographic research in Kashmir, encompassing multiple field sites and socio-economic contexts. As a scholar engaged in long-term fieldwork across various districts of Kashmir, I have closely studied the transformations in the region's evolving socio-economic landscape. Ethnography, with its emphasis on immersive, ground-level inquiry, provides a crucial lens to understand the shifts that are not always immediately visible through statistical abstraction alone. The lived realities of communities, many of whom are now reintegrating into the tourism value chain, suggest a dynamic and ongoing process of recovery and growth. Skeptics might claim that these figures are inflated or that the increase in visitors doesn't translate into genuine economic benefit. But such a claim ignores the visible transformation on the ground. Homestays, guest houses, and hotels have proliferated across the valley, especially in key tourist hubs like Srinagar, Gulmarg, and Pahalgam. This expansion is not driven by speculation but by rising demand. Thousands of local families who once struggled with unemployment are now relying on tourism as a primary source of income. Women, in particular, have emerged as successful homestay owners, fostering community empowerment and inclusivity. This kind of socio-economic impact can't be fabricated or overlooked. Moreover, the diversity of Kashmir's tourism has expanded dramatically, countering the argument that tourism remains limited or seasonal. Kashmir is no longer just a summer getaway, it has become a year-round destination. Adventure tourism, skiing, trekking, and mountain biking flourished during winters and shoulder seasons. Cultural tourism, including festivals celebrating Kashmiri heritage, attracts visitors interested in history, cuisine, and art. The rise of sports tourism, evidenced by international cricket matches held in Srinagar, signals Kashmir's emergence on the global sporting map. These events have brought in visitors from across the country and abroad, boosting both local businesses and the valley's reputation as a peaceful, vibrant destination. Critics often try to point to isolated security incidents or environmental challenges as proof that Kashmir remains unsafe or unattractive. While no place is without challenges, it is intellectually dishonest to generalize such incidents to an entire sector's performance. The tourism industry is resilient, and Kashmir has demonstrated this time and again. Even after tragic events or natural calamities, tourist arrivals have rebounded quickly, sometimes surpassing previous records. This bounce-back ability reflects the strong demand and growing trust in Kashmir as a safe and welcoming place. Infrastructure improvements have been crucial to this tourism revival. The article in question ignores the rapid modernization of airports, roads, and public facilities that have made travel smoother and safer. The Srinagar airport now handles significantly higher passenger volumes than ever before, with increased flight connectivity to major cities and the introduction of late-evening flights, previously unavailable. Roads leading to key tourist sites have been widened and maintained to ensure year-round access. The Gulmarg Gondola, a marquee attraction and one of Asia's highest cable cars, recorded over 750,000 riders in 2024, generating substantial revenue and showcasing the region's readiness to host large volumes of tourists with high standards of service. Another point of contention raised in the article is data transparency and accuracy. While bureaucratic discrepancies do exist as they do in many developing regions, it is reckless to dismiss the entire tourism sector's progress on that basis. The government and tourism bodies have taken steps to improve data collection, monitoring, and reporting. Moreover, independent sources such as hoteliers, tour operators, and local NGOs corroborate the upward trend. Anecdotal evidence from local businesses shows record occupancy rates and increased spending patterns. These on-the-ground realities contradict the narrative that tourism growth is overstated or fabricated. The government's active role in promoting Kashmir as a tourism destination has also been pivotal. Strategic marketing campaigns, participation in national and international travel fairs, and hosting high-profile events have increased Kashmir's visibility. The G20 Tourism Working Group meeting held in Srinagar attracted global attention and signaled that the region is open for business. Such diplomatic and promotional efforts are not mere formalities, they shape investor confidence and tourist perceptions, creating a virtuous cycle of growth. Beyond numbers and infrastructure, tourism's true value lies in its socio-economic impact on local communities. Kashmir's tourism boom has been a vital source of employment, particularly in rural areas where traditional livelihoods have declined. The rise in homestays and guest houses has empowered women entrepreneurs and marginalized groups. Local artisans and craftsmen have found new markets for their work, preserving Kashmir's rich cultural heritage while generating income. This grassroots transformation is a powerful counterpoint to any argument that tourism's benefits are not reaching the local population. It is also important to highlight that Kashmir's tourism sector is not an isolated phenomenon but part of a broader economic and social revival. Increased connectivity via new highways, improved governance, and greater political stability have all contributed to a more conducive environment for tourism and investment. This holistic development approach underscores why the tourism boost is sustainable and likely to accelerate further. To reduce Kashmir's tourism story to a myth based on selective RTI responses is to miss the forest for the trees. It is an attempt to weaponize data politics against a region striving to heal and rebuild. Tourism in Kashmir is no fantasy. It is a vibrant reality being felt by millions of visitors and locals alike. The valley's breathtaking landscapes, rich culture, and warm hospitality are once again drawing the world's attention, and they are backed by hard data, expanding infrastructure, and tangible socio-economic gains. Swipe left for next video. Nevertheless, the notion that Kashmir's tourism boost is exaggerated or non-existent is not just inaccurate, it is an affront to the progress made by countless individuals and communities. The surge in tourist arrivals, the diversification of tourism offerings, the expansion of infrastructure, and the socio-economic upliftment of local populations paint a clear and compelling picture of a thriving industry. Kashmir is on a remarkable upward trajectory, and attempts to downplay or deny this serve no purpose other than to distort reality and undermine hope. The truth is that Kashmir's tourism sector is not only recovering, it is booming again. That is a story that must be told with honesty and pride. Tamina Rizvi is a policy analyst and PhD scholar at Bennett University. Her areas of work include women, peace, and security South Asia, focusing on the intersection of gender, conflict, and religion, with a research emphasis on Kashmir, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. Views expressed in the above piece are personal and solely those of the author. They do not necessarily reflect NEWS18's views. Latest blogs.